Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. This morning, we are going to go straight into it. Here is Lai Mohammed, aka Lai Mohammed, aka Lai Mo, aka Minister of Disinformation and Culture Destruction. Yes. Listen, he is telling us that the next world war will be caused by fake news. What he's trying to do is prepare the ground for the onslaught, the attack by the Fulani government against social media commentators like myself for exposing their lies. They are really worried. I'm going to play you the next set of video, this video, and you will see that they are panicked. You see, they are worried that they cannot control the narrative in terms of the media anymore. The people no longer trust the government, so they're looking to us for news, and we are providing the news. I want to urge all of the social media commentators like myself, Omobal, and Lady B, Alagba Motekun, Heritage, Airelu, Alagba Hamilton, Yomiko Iki, Bedu, Tenio Mologo, Lady K, to that we continue. Lady K not so right now. We're just glad for her to be out. We want her to recover, and at this point, I want to say I am so happy to see that she's out and it's on bail. We need to this government. The fact that she's actually on bail is a travesty of justice. She's done nothing wrong. The Fulani terrorists are killing our people, and this government is doing nothing about that. Instead, the people who are speaking up against the killings are the ones the government are arresting and jailing. And at this point, I will demand that Oloye Sunday Igboho be released and be allowed to go and get medical care. This government does not care about the lives of Southerners. And also, they need to release Nnamdi Kanu. They have to release Nnamdi Kanu. And of course, they have to remove the bail conditions completely from Sowore. Sowore has done nothing wrong. And everything that all the three people I've mentioned now, Sowore, Oloye Sunday Igboho, Nnamdi Kanu, they are examples of the evidence that we are not in a democracy. We are not in a democracy. I hope that makes sense to you. The next, shortly, you will be seeing me talking about, 1 second please, you will be seeing me talking in detail now about this fraud that the governance, fraudulent governance, they are trying to silence social media warriors like myself and others. We mustn't be silent. The only thing I will ask social media warriors is that we speak truth at all times. I'm not, if you want tittle tattle and this one said, that one said, you're on the wrong platform. Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. We don't engage in that. We are only interested in holding the government to account, and we speak only on truth. Those who are doing the same thing, we support that and we encourage more of that. Tittle tattle is only going to divide us. So that's what I want to say. Now, let's carry on. Listen to Lai Mo, the next comment. Listen to him.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, once again, I can only thank you for your passionate plea. And I hope that this time around your plea will be answered. But I think I also want to please implore you that whatever you can do on your own end too, sir. Sir, information is not what it used to be. 20 years ago, 30 years ago, if a state or federal government had a television and radio, and probably a newspaper, that was all it needed.
You see, 20, 30 years ago, and let us remind you 20, 30 years ago, who they are talking about. Let us go and bring them out. We will remind you. Let me bring these ones out. You will see it. As soon as you see it, you will all know what I mean. 1 second though. I like to just do things proper. You see, it's important we do it proper. Because these people, we mustn't let them get away with all of this shenanigans that they've been doing for too long. You see, when you go and look at 20, 30 years ago, this is what Lai Mohammed is, Lai Mo, aka Lai Mohammed. This is what they're referring to. 20, 30 years ago, Abacha, Buhari, Babangida, they were in power. That time, these people controlled the media. As military men, they would take over the television, radio, and everything else, and they will control the news and the facts, what you hear. So they would control your mind. Now, it is not happening. It will never happen again. Never. You know why? They can no longer control social media, and they are panicking because we are exposing their lies. Remember, on Citizen AY, the platform where we speak to truth to power, we support those who are only about exposing the lies of the governance that has been oppressing all of us collectively. That's what we support and we encourage. And if you're going to join the struggle, we encourage you to speak only on truth, expose truth. Don't embellish it. Don't, stretch it. Just focus on the truth. And where you go wrong, own up and say, I apologize, pull it immediately. Very, very important. We need to expose that. We need to state that. The governance is engaged in trickery, falsehood, and lies against its own citizens. The Fulani government are killing Southerners and they are refusing to hold. They have not arrested one Fulani terrorist. They are pardoning Boko Haram every day. That's why we're saying RIP One Nigeria. And they don't want us to be exposing these facts, and we will continue. So we encourage those social media commentators speaking on truths like such as we're doing on Citizen AY to continue. We focus on truth. On Citizen AY, we speak truth to power. We deal in only one currency, truth. We are the Sorosoke generation with evidence. So let's listen on. So those are who he's referring to. The 20, 30 years, go and look at it. It's this men. 20, 30 years ago, these men were the ones in power. And of course, with General Abdul Salam. Listen on.
The people we are dealing with today, they don't read newspapers. They don't even watch television. It's social media.
And they are panicking. It's social media! Oh my goodness! How are we going to stop them? Again, I state that now. On Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power, Oduduwa TV radio as well. Please go and subscribe to both platforms as we're speaking. Let me just give you a little gentle reminder. So there we go. Please go and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube now as you're watching. And of course, go on Oduduwa TV radio and Omobalano and Lady Best, Yago by Amotekun, and I think others. So what we're trying to do, we need as many social media commentators and to get out there and speak truth to power. So please subscribe to us as you're watching. I'll bring that in. I'll be putting that reminder in now and then. Please give us a thumbs up, hit the notification button, and give us a thumbs up also. Let's listen on. So they are so afraid. They are so afraid. You see, the people no longer trust what the governance is telling them because they know the governance has lied to them. The governors will say, oh, there's no money, and they're buying themselves brand new cars every year. There's no money, and they're sending their girlfriends on holiday. There's no money, and they're going away. The government, people in government are going away on private jets to go on all expenses paid with the government money meant for our roads. There's no money, and they're building refinery in foreign other countries. There's no money, and our people are dying daily, but they're giving them a bag of gari, to vote for them in the next election. There's no money. We have resources, and the government is denying us access to those resources. This is why we're saying RIP One Nigeria. The born to rule mentality has killed contraption Nigeria. It is never coming back alive. The contraption Nigeria is suffering from a terminal illness called born to rule mentality of the Fulani, and that is what has killed Nigeria, and it's never coming back alive again. RIP One Nigeria. So listen on.
And it's the most expensive and the most as an unseen enemy.
Most expensive, really. It's the most expensive. But you don't talk about the money that you guys are looting. Maina, where's Maina? Where is Babachia Lawal? Where are those people? All of the Fulanis that got loot money, they miraculously they escape jail. They never. Gumi should be arrested. Look, the list is Endume. Look, Ganduje. Look, we know once again. You can keep contracting Nigeria in Futajalon. We in the south, we're going for Yoruba Nation, Biafra Nation, and Middle Belt. It is our right to go for self-determination. via referendum. You've denied us referendum, and we say no more. We are going, whether you like it or not. And that is what they're most frightened about. They cannot control the narrative. We're exposing their lies at every step of the way. I encourage all those media, social media commentators speaking on truth to continue. Please, if you're engaging in Tito Tattle, or you want to see Tito Tattle talked about on Citizen AY or Dudwa TV Radio, wrong platform. We only speak truth to power. That's it. Listen on.
They are there every moment, and until we use the same, we go to the same battlefield with them.
You see, now it's a battlefield now. They are using guns against our people. Is that not a battlefield? And they are taking guns away from Southerners. This man is a Southerner supporting a Fulani governance in arming Fulani terrorists against Southerners, and he is silent. How would you define this man? How would you define Layamo, aka Laila Mohammed? How would you define him? He's a Southerner from Kwara State, supporting the oppression of Yoruba people. Let's carry on.
There's nothing the government will do that will seem right.
You see, they are trying to paint the government as though, we are being attacked. We are exposing the lies of the government. Imagine they are talking to us about Yeye Bello being the like I said yesterday, I'm not going to laugh too much. Don't please. Those of you speaking one Nigeria, understand. Yeye Bello is part of the same hegemony. It's a trick. We need to dismantle contract in Nigeria. The constitution is a fraud. I will go into detail about that later on in a few minutes. Listen on.
Now with fake news today and misinformation, and I've always said it.
The government is full of fake news. When they pardon Boko Haram, as they are killing people in the south on a daily basis, and they say, they've repented, that's fake news. Because what you're doing is the same government that will say they've repented, they've forgiven them, will give guns to the Boko Haram to go and kill yet more Southerners, and they say they've given up again. They're clearing town by town, village by village in such a manner, in using such tactics. Is that not fake news? Is that not repeated fake news? The government of the day is engaged in fake news, trying to trick the people to believe that they're working for them, that they're a good government, when they're actually taking the land from the people of Southerners. Enough of this nonsense. Listen on.
Here, the next world war will be caused by fake news.
The next world war. You see, what he's saying is this: the Fulani government want to wage a war against social media commentators like myself who speak truth to power. Please, again, I urge those of you who are going to speak for Southerners, I urge you, only speak truth to power. Talk about facts, evidence, something that you can back with evidence, not rumors, not disinformation, facts. And when you get it wrong, put your hands up and say, I'm sorry, I apologize, pull it down and retract where necessary. I do that. As a matter of course. That's what, if I get something wrong, I will come on air, apologize, and withdraw the comment and make sure I redress it. This governance, they have never once apologized to the citizens and say, right, we are going to, because we've given Fulani terrorists guns, we are now going to encourage Southerners to protect themselves. We are going to give them guns to protect, so that this stops the killing. Instead of saying, defend yourself, but they continue arming the Fulani terrorists. And that's the real issue here. We need to go for self-determination as Southerners. This is a contraption designed to kill Southerners. Listen on.
You can see even a country like the US that used to pride itself on the freedom of the press is now questioning the role of the social media.
You see?
Their Congress is...
You see, they're trying to equate what is happening in US, where people can walk on the street. In the US, you can protest on the streets, and the police will protect you rather than harm you. Yes. You can protest on the street. In Nigeria, if you protest, they shoot you dead. But they're not telling you that here. Lion Mo is not talking to you about that. I've got videos. Look at NSAS. They kill people. The military took their bodies away, like DJ Switch said. DJ Switch said it. Let me play you the video so you don't think I'm telling you lies. Here we go. 1 second. Let me go and give you that video. We're not going to let them get away with this. They're not going to get away with this. So let me just go and get it. You can watch this video on Citizen AY as well. As I'm talking to you now, please go and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Now let's go and get this done. Oh, I'll come back to that later on. I'll come back later. I'll come back to that. Here we go. This one here, and let me just I'm gonna get that to you. 1 second, please. Give me a minute. I'm looking for some information which I'm going to provide. Sometimes it takes a while. Just give me a minute. But I want you to hear this information. This government is full of disinformation. Let's get this now. 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay. Now, sorry about that. Now, okay. The one I wanted was DJ Switch. You will get it coming in a minute. Let me get that. Sorry, it's wrong one. Let's go back again. Okay, I'm going to find it one way. Sorry about this. I want you to hear, you listen to the words of DJ Switch. So don't because if I talk now, they'll say I'm embellishing the facts, and I'm not. Let's do this. So I'm going to bring it here. You will see it come up. 1 minute. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Now, listen to DJ Switch now. Here.
Started in the states, which is in the south. A special breed of armed robbers in uniform. A special group and gang of rapists with a badge.
Mm-hmm.
A special crowd of murderers with a license to carry a gun. For as long as I can remember, we begged and petitioned the Nigerian government to put an end to this corrupt unit.
Listen now.
And to their credit, they complied. Or at least it seemed like they complied.
Listen.
First, with the disbandment of SARS in 2016, then again in 2017.
See? Lie government, oh.
2019.
Lie government.
I know, it's an abusive relationship.
Yeah.
2020.
Yeah.
And I know we all won't be forgetting 2020 in a hurry.
Mm-hmm. Listen, watch
As
this.
the coronavirus ravaged the globe, back home in Nigeria, we were more afraid of another type of virus, SARS. On the 3rd of October, a video surfaced online where SARS officers shot a young man and fled with his Lexus SUV. We were outraged. But this was followed by the gunning down of an up-and-coming Nigerian musician.
You see?
I'm a musician. Could have been me.
You see?
At this point, the hashtag #EndSARS was trending all over the world.
Listen on. Listen.
And thanks to Nigeria's biggest celebrities and artists, influencers who said, enough is enough, it is time we speak up. And so by the 8th of October, the streets of Nigeria were filled with young men and women protesting police brutality, and I was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
But it is the 20th of October, 2020, that has brought me here today. On that very horrible day, the Nigerian army, sanctioned by the Nigerian government, stormed the Lekki toll gate, and this is a major roadway in Lagos.
Let me play that back again.
Today.
Listen.
On that very horrible day, the Nigerian army, sanctioned by the Nigerian government, stormed the Lekki toll gate. And this is a major roadway in Lagos State, by the way. No warning, no dialogue. Soldiers opened fire on unarmed, peaceful protesters with live ammunition.
So let me forward that.
cried, we braced, and we started to sing the national anthem, just with the hopes that they recognize we're not their enemy. It made no difference.
Listen.
As I laid on the floor, I remember a young man, he just jumped on top of my body and he was screaming, "Cover her, cover her." I couldn't really make sense of what the whole thing was about. He was struck by a bullet on his lower back. I genuinely believe he saved my life, and I don't even know who he is. I don't even know why I didn't run, to be honest. At that time, I thought it was the end. And so my instinct at the moment was show everybody what's going on.
Listen to this. Listen.
And so I pulled out my phone, went to Instagram, started live broadcasting this madness. Viewers on the live helped us call ambulances, but the soldiers refused the ambulances.
Listen
entry.
to what she's saying, oh.
And so some of us had to turn into instant surgeons in an attempt to remove the bullet from the leg of a protester. Eventually the shooting stopped, and we observed that some of the soldiers were picking up their shells, I believe in an attempt to hide evidence of this crime.
That's your democracy.
And so we scampered around to pick the shells that we could find in an attempt to have evidence of this crime. And this was while other soldiers were dumping bodies onto their trucks.
That's your one Nigeria for you.
They left, and we felt a sense of victory, you know. Some can't really explain it. We were happy and angry, relieved but in pain. But unfortunately, after being on Instagram Live for so long, my phone battery died. Because not too long after, another phase of attack was upon us. But this time it was the Nigerian police. And they came in guns blazing as well. And so we ran. We took the injured to a nearby hospital and the others to a church. The church apparently had been on the live and they had offered us refuge. By the next morning, soldiers raided the hospital looking for me. And I owe a great deal of gratitude and thanks to a friend and colleague who had called me earlier and said, put off the location on your phone and leave that hospital as soon as possible. And so it was barely 15 minutes after I left. But it didn't end there. My boss and his wife got threatening phone calls. I couldn't go home.
That's your one Nigeria.
To where I lived because we got
Nigeria.
reports of strange men lurking around my apartment complex. I haven't gone home, actually, since the 20th of October, 2020.
You see, that's your one Nigeria for you.
Speaking
She hasn't gone home since the 20th of October,
I'm
2020.
from a large family of 8.
So I'm going to leave it there. I don't want to play the video because they may pull it if I do. But I'm just trying to counter, make sure you see that the lie of the government. Now let's listen, go back to this man now. Let's hear. I'm going to pull it back. So when you're hearing what he's saying, put in context exactly what DJ Switch says exposes the lie of Lai Mohammed, aka Liamo.
Social media. The Congress is doing exactly what we are doing now. So I thank you once again for your support, but I think the least you can do for me, Mr. Chairman, is that even the data they are giving us, please return it to us like that way, sir. And then look for more for us. Thank you very much, sir.
So you see all of this nonsense. So I'm just showing you that. I'm going to stop it there because I don't want to go too far. What I do want to do is to highlight the fact that we in the social media, we are putting the feet of this fraudulent governance to fire, and we're exposing their lies, and they don't like that. And we will continue. I urge every single social media commentator to only speak truth to power. No embellishments, only on facts. Something you can back with evidence. That is the best way forward that I see. I don't know it all. I'm only speaking from my own from my own point of view and how I try and go about doing work as Citizen AY on the platform where we speak truth to power, and of course on the TV radio. And I can only encourage others to do the same. That way, the government and trying to label us as spreading fake news is exposed. That lie is exposed for the world to see that they're lying. They're trying to prevent us from exposing the fraudulent governance and the oppression and the killing and the daily genocide ongoing right now as we speak. So, in addition to that, I want to add to this. I want you to add to that this thing here. I'm gonna just pull. Have I got that there? 1 second. Have I got that there? Okay, one more thing I need to bring to the table. Right. Okay, good. Fantastic. I want you to look at these two things here. I was doing that before. I'm trying to do it again. Those of you who watch Citizen AY, you'll be accustomed to this by now. This is what we do on Citizen AY. We try and bring information and make sure you understand why it is important we continue in this struggle. The governance we have in place now, we are being ruled by a promulgation decree number 24 of 1999, something that many of us are not aware of. We think we have a constitution, because many of us will say it's Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999. But what we actually have is an undeclared decree. It says so here. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, promulgation decree number 24 of 1999. And it states laws of Nigeria. But in the document that everybody else has, it says Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999. It removes that word, decree number 24, promulgation decree number 24 of 1999. It removes it. The reason they did that is because they want to hide the fact that it is a decree from everybody. They want you to believe that the Constitution, as they print it, is a valid document. It isn't. It is a decree, but they are hiding that fact from you. And here's why why we are going for self-determination. We were never allowed to go for a referendum. This was an imposition by the military. So here are 3 facts that I want you to look at going forward as we speak. On top of what they're doing, on top of their lies, the Provisional Ruling Council, which in effect is the military. It's another way of saying we the military council, but they try to hide it to make it look like they tried everything to make it look like the people signed up to this. No, it's a military council. And then they said, now therefore, the federal military government hereby decrees. So you can see that's the evidence. At the top of the page, it says promulgation decree. Yeah. In the document itself, it says, now therefore, the federal military government hereby decrees. So there is no doubt now. There will be no doubt. There should be no doubt in your mind that this is a decree. There should be no doubt in your mind. You can see that it says here, now therefore, the federal military government hereby decrees as follows. So I'm going to just, sorry. Okay, so now I'm going to move it up a little bit because I want you to see this bit. Oh, sorry. Now, I'm going to move it up a little bit more. Okay, I hope you can see it. I'm going to move it up so that you can see. You could be, before you were able to see Abdusalam Abubakar's name, and I want, sorry. No, I will get that done anyway. So let me do this. I'll have to do it in a particular way, I think. No, sorry about that. I'm trying to get this document to move, but it's not doing it like I want. Okay, now, so here we go. So, okay, sorry, it's me. I got it now. Now, so you see, it says here now, now therefore, the federal military government hereby decrees. So you can tell, so you know that it is a decree. Decrees that there shall be for Nigeria a constitution which shall be set out in the schedule to this decree. The schedule being what you now know as a constitution. It's a schedule of the decree. Important to understand, a very important fact to understand. Number 1, set up by the military. It's a decree. Number 2, the constitution has set out in the schedule to this decree shall. They mentioned that again. In the first one, schedule to this decree. Second one, the constitution set out in the schedule to this decree shall come into force 29th of May. Meaning that they hurriedly, within 5 weeks, from the 5th of May to the 29th of May, they got the document in, and by that time, they had already elected Obasanjo. These are all fraudulent actions. There was no referendum. I'm telling you each step of the way what they've done. This was an imposition. And thirdly, they said, wherever it may hereafter be necessary for the Constitution to be printed, it shall be lawful for the federal government printer to omit all parts of this decree. So what did they do? In your so-called Constitution, remember, it's a schedule to the decree. It is not a constitution. It says so here. The Constitution set out in the schedule to this decree. It's a schedule. It's part of a decree. Once something is a decree, it's not a constitutional. It's a decree. Shall be lawful for the government printer to omit all part of this decree, apart from the schedule, and the Constitution as so printed shall have the force of law, notwithstanding the omission. So by omitting the promulgation decree, they are hiding it from you, and they want you to believe it's a real constitution. Is that not a fraud? You think for yourself about what I'm saying. Have a think about what I'm showing you. Decide for yourself. Is that fraudulent? Yes or no? You ask yourself that question. We are putting the evidence before you. Look at the two. Decide for yourself. You decide. What we try to do is give you evidence for you to be able to think for yourself. The government don't want you thinking for yourself because they want you to believe in what they've imposed on you. This is why we're saying we have to go for self-determination via referendum. This constitution is a fraud that was imposed on us all, and we must reject it. A referendum is the only way forward. No referendum, no 2023 elections. No referendum, no 2023 elections. That must be our stand unequivocally. We must completely reject any attempt to go for elections without getting the referendum in place. This is an imposition, and the constitution obviously must be redrawn. But first and foremost, a referendum. We have the right to self-determination. So now let me go to the top of the page. On the top of the page, you will see something that states, let me just drop that down. I just realized that now. Okay. Sorry. I'll bring it up. Okay. On the top of the page, you will see something that says Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Promulgation Decree number 24, 1999. That section 3 gave them the power. They gave themselves the power to remove the Promulgation Decree number 24, 1999 from the document, which they now mass produced and gave to you all to believe that you have a constitution when it's actually a decree. That's the trickery right there. That's the fraud. We're exposing the fraud to you for you to see clearly. And it was done under the so-called it was done under General Abu Salam Alhaji Abubakar. He signed this into law, made this on the 5th day of May 1999. This is what is happening. This is the evidence. Let me show you one more thing. The people involved in this guy's here. You see? And then let me get a picture of Abdul Salam as well, because I want you to, I don't like to just sort of Abdul Salam. Let's go that here. Salam. Came out. Okay, it's not there. Okay, 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay, let's go and get him out. Oh, I know I've seen it, but yeah, General Abdul Salam is there. I'm sure of it. Let me just go back again. 1 second, please. 1 second. I'm just trying to show you. 1 second, please. 1 second. Okay, sir. Let's see if we can find anything. Let's just see if I find anything. Okay. I know it's somewhere, but I will have to look again. So, but these are the major players that you see in the picture anyway. The people you see in the picture are the ones who have overseen our operation till date, and they're still in government. Yeah, got him. And of course, him. So we need to just, so look at this guy here. So those are all of the players. What they did back in 1999, yeah, are the ones what is being used to oppress us till today. That's why they don't want the constitution change, because these four men here, they are all part of this imposition of a fraud on us. General Abdulsalam, Abacha, Buhari, Babangida. They are all part and parcel of it. It's important we expose that fact. I'm going to stop it here. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Please don't forget to subscribe to us on Citizen AY. Go and do so now. Thank you. It's important. If you can do so, we'll be very, very grateful. Do go and subscribe to us on Citizen AY. It would help. This way, we can be able to get information out. We want you to be able to reason for yourself and come to a decision collectively to go for self-determination via referendum as Southerners. We are oppressed in our own land by the fraudulent Fulani government who are killing us using Fulani terrorists, Boko Haram, ISWAP, Miyetti Allah to kill Southerners, to grab our land. We say no more. RIP One Nigeria. Contraption Nigeria is suffering from one terminal illness, and that is the born to rule mentality. That is what has killed Nigeria, and Nigeria will never rise again. We're going for Yoruba Nation, Middle Belt, and Biafra Nation. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. We only deal in one currency, truth. We are the Sorosoke generation with evidence. Thanks for watching and goodbye. Please do share. Leave your comments on this broadcast. We truly appreciate you. Please don't forget to once again subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Thank you so much. We thank you all. Subscribe. Hit the notification button. Give us a thumbs up. Share it with family and friends. Thank you and goodbye.